once again to my YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing. For all those who have subscribed, thanks so much. If you are not subscribed, just subscribe, put your notification, and we continue to learn. To welcome my new subscribers. Thanks for joining this platform. Okay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Jamil, as usual. Today again we are going to discuss about the question. Many of you have been asking this question for so long. Today I am here to answer your question. I am here to answer your question. You have been asking about how you can conceive twins medically. How can we induce them medically? Because in most cases, many people they want to get twins, but they have these righteous things, those traditional thinkings and whatever. So those traditional doctors tell them a lot, and they end up risking their lives, and they don't get what they really want to get. Today I'm here so that we discuss in detail. We're going to discuss in detail how do we reach to getting our twins. You have been producing one kid, you want to change and get twins. It's your first time, you want your first baby to be twins. You have been producing, you have a lot of children, you can maybe have like 5 to 4 children, but you want to have a pair of twins. We are here today to discuss how do we produce twins medically. Just for those who have not subscribed, subscribe, put on a notification. So as we continue with our study for today, most of the drugs that we use in this process, when we are inducing, when we are preparing you for conceiving these twins, most of these drugs we also use them in treating infertility. We use them to treat those ladies who have difficulties in giving birth. So these drugs that we are going to see, that we are going to use to induce our twins, and the procedures we are going to use to induce our twins, to get our twins, we also use them in correcting or treating infertility in women. First of all, we are going to look at the categories of people who have higher chances of producing twins naturally. Before we go to the medical part of it, we are going to first look at the group of people who are capable of producing twins naturally, when we have not induced them, when we have not given them any single medicine, when for them they are in position to give twins, to have twins at any time they want. So there are certain categories of people, and one thing you have to know, first of all, it is familial. When I say familial, I mean it runs in the family. If at all your family has salongos, has nalongos, has those people who gave birth to twins, so it means you are also at a higher chance of producing twins. You have higher chances of having twins when you have people in your family or in your lineage, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, fathers, mothers, sisters, what in your family who have ever produced twins. So you are at higher chances of producing twins. That's what I say. I mean when I say that it is family, it runs in the family. So another category are those mothers, tall mothers. For ladies who are above 150 centimeters high, when we measure them using the fontanelle, called anterior fontanelle, we measure them, we measure the height from down to up. So for those mothers who are above the height, who are at a height of 150 centimeters and above, they have higher chances of producing twins. A lady who is a giant, she's tall, she reaches that height, she has higher chances of producing twins naturally without using any simple drug, without using any other procedure. And for ladies, or what we call body mass index. Body mass index, we measure the weight, the height, and we compute in our calculations, and we get the range. So the range runs from 18.5 to 23.5. So for a lady who is between that range or above the range, slightly above the range, between that range, has higher chances of having twins naturally. When the lady lies on the upper limit, that is the side of 23.5, she has higher chances of having baby twins naturally without using any method or any drug, but she has just have it. So when she combines having a height above 150 centimeters or 130 centimeters above, then a body mass index which turns to the upper limit, that is 23.5. So that lady is at higher chances of having twins naturally. Another category of people who are capable of having twins naturally. Another category are those mothers who have a good pelvis. When I talk of the pelvis, I talk of these bones. These bones. So a mother who has a good pelvis, as you can look at this illustration here, this is what we call a gynecoid pelvis. So I posted a video earlier about the types of pelvis and their characteristics. So you can go up and look for that video, it is there, and see more about these types of pelvis. So when a mother has a gynecoid pelvis, she's at higher chances of having twins naturally. Why? Because it has enough surface area, enough space where these two babies can grow from. Remember, we want a space where we're going to put two babies. So when a mother is having a gynecoid pelvis, is at higher chances of having these twins naturally, because they have space where they can grow from. Other types of pelvis are there. There's a video here. There is what we call arachnoid. There is a platyploid and others. So the video is there. You can look at that video and see those types of pelvis and their characteristics. Then ladies who menstruate 3 to 4 days in a month, they have higher chances of having twins naturally. Ladies who menstruate 3 to 4 days a month, they have higher chances of producing the twins naturally without using any medicine, without using any drug, without using any remedy. So, good pelvis, height, body mass index. We looked at family and menstruation. Said a lady who menstruates 3 to 4 days in a month and has regular menses. So, which category now, or which group of people is at a risk of missing out this chance? We have seen the category of people who have higher chances of getting a chance to have these babies. Now we want to look at the other category now of people who are at a risk of missing out this chance to have these babies. One of them, he said, mothers who are short mothers below 130 centimeters and below, so they have an increased risk of missing out this chance of having twins. We have ladies who menstruate 5 days to 7 days in a month. Ladies who have irregular menses. When their menstrual period, their menstrual calendar is just problematic. They can't tell. It's just there, problematic and irregular. So they have low chances of having these twins. Ladies who have heavy menses, ladies who have painful menses, they have low chances of having twins. Ladies who have a body mass index which is below 18.5. You said the range is between 18.5 to 23.5. So for ladies who have 18.5 and below, they are at a risk of missing out the chance of having these babies naturally. Ladies without a gynecoid pelvis. Ladies who don't have a gynecoid pelvis, they also at a low chance, they have a low chance of having twins. And even if they have twins, they will get what we call premature or what we call miscarriages. The babies will get out because the space is not enough for them to grow from. So they will get out, they will get miscarriages because of the lack of space in their pelvis. So Now, when you reach in the hospital, you have made an appointment with your doctor. So, firstly, your doctor will do what we call pelvic assessment test to assess whether your pelvis is adequate before we put these babies there. It's not a matter of getting the babies, get our drugs, we give you. No. Your specialist, your doctor, must first do what we call a pelvic assessment. We said one, we must have a gynecoid pelvis. 2, your doctor will do what we call a knuckle test. Knuckle test, he will insert these 4 knuckles into your VJ down there. You say, doctor, insert the whole hand inside there. My friend, that thing is very elastic. And for all mothers who went through what we call spontaneous vaginal delivery, who delivered the babies without what we call cesarean sections, cutting here and you open, then you remove the baby and the stitch together. But for those mothers who went and pushed the babies and they passed there, they underwent this type of examination. When you come for antenatal, they do this examination. 2, the doctor will use these 2 fingers. When he puts the hand inside there, we'll use these 2 fingers now and checks for the curvature. Checks for the curvature. How curved. Passes these 2 fingers inside there like this to check for the curvature. Is it well curved? Is your pelvis well curved? And if it is a gynecoid pelvis, it is well curved. So you have to test for the curvature, then the knuckle fist to see whether it can accommodate these 4 knuckles. Then another thing, the doctor will measure the length. Measure the length of the space. How are we measuring the length? We use these fingers, these 2 fingers. We calculate 2 centimeters each. So we insert these 2 fingers at least 9 to 10 centimeters, and we will still move them like this. And there is that feature on your sacrum, what we call the sacral bones, where they start from, called a sacral promontory. You can see it here in this illustration. I put there illustration to show you, so you can see that bone there. So when your specialist, your doctor, your gynecologist is doing this examination, they must touch this type of bone. And once they touch it, it means that your pelvis is inadequate and you're not in a position of having the twins, because it will be projecting into the pelvis. As you can see it is projecting into the pelvis like this. So the babies, they will not have enough space where to grow from. They will get deformities, they will get malformations. And another thing, they will have to do what we call a hormonal profile test. Because the drug we are going to use is going to induce hormones, it's going to command hormones, and the hormones are the ones which are going to do your work. Because when doing this procedure, we are targeting ovulation, and we don't do it at any time, but we target what we call the fertile window. The fertile window are the 6 days. Normally 6 days. 5 days before ovulation, then the day of ovulation. That was what we call the fertile window. So we are targeting ovulation. So by targeting ovulation, we are going to use hormones. So this drug that we are going to give you is going to induce hormones. So we have to do a hormone profile test before we give you this drug to avoid side effects, adverse effects, because one of the side effects is multiple fertilization. You can have 5 babies inside your belly there. 5 to 8 children because of hormones. So they have to do what we call a hormonal profile test. So after doing all that, now we are going to the part which we have been waiting for. How do we get them? And before I tell you any drug here, you should not go to the pharmacy and buy these drugs and use them at home. They must be prescribed by a doctor. And after doing all this examination, hormonal profile and pelvic examination, because you're going to get this drug from the pharmacy, you take it at home and you get problems. You reduce, you have 8 babies, you have 13 babies in your belly. So to avoid that, the drug must be prescribed by the doctor after doing these checkups. So the drug, what we are going to use is called chromifene tablets. We take once a day for 5 days. We take these drugs towards ovulation. What do they do? What is the mechanism of action? These drugs are going to go to the brain. They stimulate your hypothalamus. They tell it, they command it, Mosei, go to the pituitary gland. Tell that man to produce these 2 hormones. What are the hormones? Follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. So the drug will bind there on the hypothalamus until the hypothalamus commands the pituitary gland to release these 2 hormones. So it is those 2 hormones that are going to move down and go to your pelvis. They move to your ovaries, and they tell the ovaries produce eggs. So the ovary will produce 2 to 3 eggs. Then what will happen? You get with your man, the sperms will come, they bind with the eggs, you get the babies. You get your twins. Now, what if that one fails? Have I failed to have twins? No. If that one fails, we have the second one. What is the time? Yeah, we have the second option. What is the second option? It is hormonal injection. We inject these hormones directly into your body. That is the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. They will go to the ovaries, they tell them to produce eggs. They produce 2 to 3 eggs. Yeah, you indulge in sex. The eggs are fertilized, you get your twins. What are the side effects of these drugs? They can produce multiple eggs, and you have 5 to 6 children in your uterus. So don't joke around with these drugs. Now, what if those ones fail? Have I failed? No, you have not failed. We can do what we call IVF. in vitro fertilization. We get your ovum from the uterus, we get a sperm from a donor. You can get your ovum from your uterus, from your ovaries. You get sperms from the donor, your husband. It goes and masturbates and brings sperms. We fertilize the eggs and we grow them in a shooting chamber. Then after some time we get them and we inject them back. As we are growing them, we also give you drugs to prepare. We give you hormones, hormonal injections and drugs to prepare your uterus to receive these babies. Because you have to prepare your endometrium to receive the baby. So we bring them back and we inject them direct into the uterus. So they will grow there, they grow from there, then you have your babies. So what to take caution of, don't use these drugs over the counter. Go to your doctor, do a thorough medical checkup, and the doctor prescribes these drugs. You can be having a lot of hormones and they give you a high dose and you get problems. So how to do these tests? Thanks for subscribing. Those who have not subscribed, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Yeah, for more information still coming. Thanks very much.